I sleepwalk.
Yeah.
And I think that terrified her. So every time I try to nap on the couch, she tells me, "Wake up, go to sleep." And it annoys me. Like, I'm not your child.
There's husbands who don't want to take responsibility and then would just say their wives are complainers and naggers. But it's like, but dog, you actually haven't taken the trash out fairly.
I think
you've been dropping all of these balls, and so she's not nagging. She's just actually holding you accountable and calling you out. But there's wives who are naggers, where you like, it doesn't matter what I do, you'll always find fault in it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to 2.5 Husbands, where we celebrate becoming better husbands.
It's 2.5, even though there are 3 husbands, and that's because at some point, one of us, if not all of us, was not fully the husband that we were supposed to be.
And that's why we actually come here on a weekly basis to discuss some of the issues that we face, some of the issues we are seeing around us, and we hope that the journey that we started with you and for you is going to benefit you,
and yours.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to 2.5 Husbands, where we celebrate becoming better husbands. Before we get into this thing, shout out to everybody who's been watching. And the last 2 weeks, we had our wives here demonstrating actively in real time, celebrating us becoming better husbands. We titled those 2 episodes. That series was Orange is the New Red. Again, historically, Valentine's month has always been one that focuses on the wives, the sisters, the women. And so we said, hey, let's make orange, which is our brand color, the new red, so that we celebrate us becoming better husbands. So that was dope. I heard, the first episode convinced you to buy your wife a Valentine's.
No. I bought a Valentine's thing
before.
Before I watched the thing. So when I got there at night, I saw the video. I'm like, oh, I don't really like these things. She's from Lesotho, bro. Who would have thought they into Valentine's Day? But I think you shouldn't give them the mic, bro. Don't do it again. Even the Bible says they mustn't talk. They must listen. So I don't know, because they're exposing our family secrets.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the one family secret I'm like interested in is the R. Kelly trapped in the closet. I got home. I was looking for my wife. I went to the kitchen. I got a knife. I went into the room. I thought there was a robber.
And she was opening the closet.
But
I couldn't remember that. I didn't even remember it.
Your wife hid in the closet
there was
to
a
make
lot
you
of
feel
crazy
pain.
moments during pregnancy. I blocked them out. Thank God. Yeah.
Anyway, that was hilarious, man. Go check out those 2 episodes. It was really dope. Today we're gonna try something new. I've been trying to get this thing going. We're gonna react to videos. It's not new to the world of content creation, but it's new obviously for us. And so some people would send stuff to say, hey, what do you think of this? And I was like, it would be dope, man, to kind of put it out and hear what other people think and for us to respond in real time.
We're not gonna be cancelled, ne?
It's 2024.
Actually, we don't care.
Anyone who's bothering to cancel people,
now
like,
that I think about it.
So anyway, we're here. Let's play the first one, Bruti, and then we'll watch and then see what comes out, right?
Words that a wife should never say to her husband. Why? Go to sleep. Get it yourself. I have a better idea. You have to wake up. I already know that. No, not right now. But this person's husband did this, and that person's husband did that. Do this or else. If you don't do this, I will ... Check out my new book, 100 Ways to Love and Respect Your Husband, below.
So 10 things a wife is not supposed to say to her husband.
Number 7, yeah, don't say that.
Resonate.
No, is that not right now.
So your wife shouldn't say no, not
Yeah,
right now.
no.
Why would your wife be saying that?
Because she must follow the lead. Yeah, it's 2024. I'm a traditional man. I'm going back to my roots. Again, daughter.
Your wife can't say no.
No, she mustn't say no. What was the so I always, and maybe because no, there's a history behind this.
Yeah.
I sleepwalk.
Yeah.
And I think that terrified her. So every time I try to nap on the couch, she tells me, "Wake
Go
up,
to sleep."
go to sleep." And it annoys me. Like, I'm not your child. Like, what was the first one?
I forgot what the first
The other ones I can't relate to.
There was
but
one where she says,
go to sleep is the one that I'm like.
but at least
Don't tell me what you
for in your scenario, we know why she's saying it.
I understand it, but it still doesn't land well.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, I think there's better ways to say stuff.
Like what? What is she supposed to say?
I don't know. Maybe do you want me to go? I think we should go. Yes, what one? It must be an inviting tone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I never in my village had an old woman saying to their or commanding their.
But you never had beds in your village, so.
No, like as in you telling your husband what to do.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not that doesn't that they want to do 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you suggested.
Yes, like you get what I mean.
Isn't that the hungry?
Is that they're hungry?
Isn't that the
Yeah, so
feeling
even
sleepy?
like one of the things is I get hangry, where I get irritable when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, and I think she's learned the art of saying, have you eaten?
Yes.
So I know what she's saying is, you're now irritable because you haven't
You're
eaten.
hungry.
But she's not telling me directly.
Yes.
You are starting now. So it's a tactful way of saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, what did you think of that?
There was one where she says the wife must never say, "I have a better idea." I'm like, I can.
Yeah.
What if the wife does have a better idea?
I do think it's tact though. And it goes both ways. I don't think you say those kind of things.
But if she's meant to be a helper, she's meant to help, especially when your ideas are flop.
No, yes, there's a way of telling someone your ideas are flop, and I think it goes for men and women.
So what's wrong with saying, "I have a better idea"? How would you say it? Or how would you want your wife to say it?
It's almost setting yourself up against the other party. We must influence each other by winning each other over and saying, I like your idea. Have you thought about it this way or something of that nature? That's just a human thing, though. Like,
I'm not asking you to think about it in a different way. It's a completely different way. I have this idea.
No, yeah.
Actually, way better than this
So
one.
if it's better, it means mine was good.
Yeah. So I should acknowledge.
So you
it.
should acknowledge it and say, I've heard you. Let's consider something else. So it's not comparison. It's we coming up with ideas. It's a contribution.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think it's a human thing.
That's
if
fair.
you lead meetings like that and say, I have a better idea, you're just losing people. So on a human level,
That's fair.
I think you
That's
should
fair.
do that.
That's fair.
That comparison one also, so and so's husband does this. I've never had that. My wife doesn't do that. She's amazing.
If you say that, I mean, she probably says it to herself.
No, she's like.
If you said that to your mother, what would she say?
To what?
If you said so and so's mother has done this, she would
I've
say.
probably said.
She'd say, go live there.
No, parents. Yeah. My parents say it all the time when they say.
I wish you were like someone's
son did this. Yeah,
they actually do.
So
like that video where that mother's like, there's somebody who's dying. And then she's standing with this, and then she's like, if you had a doctorate,
wow.
you would help them.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Try and save them with your
Shame,
graphic
yeah.
designing.
Wow.
Is a PDF gonna save them and bring them back to life?
It's savage out there, man.
Anyway,
Savage.
next video, Murut.
Something that I started considering as a married woman is why is it that random people that I don't even know get to see me and smell me at my best, but it's my husband who sees me after it's been a long day and I'm smelling like it's been a long day. So I started considering readjusting the time that I shower and do my full grooming routine. As it stands now, I take my showers in the evening. I'll shower, I'll put on my creams, I'll put on my perfumes, deodorant,
Yes, girl.
fragrance, perfume, brush my teeth, all of that. And so I'm presenting my absolute best for my husband, because if
Come
we're
on.
just going to be honest and we're just going to be, like upfront, for married couples, most of the time, if you guys have a busy schedule, you guys are working, you have children, most of the time sex is going to occur in the evening or first thing in the morning.
Yes. Yeah. This should be in the scriptures. We must include this module in marriage counseling. No, that's gospel truth, man.
Yeah.
We should include this as the core module
Of
what, premarital counseling, or
we should
some
actually-
people do like when expecting parents, so they prepare them for the next transition. I think we should introduce that, because I think that's where the transition happens.
Yeah.
Where we nice, and then we're just raising kids.
I mean, this thing is fair on both ways, I would say.
Yeah.
Because if you're spending 8
You shot
hours,
the video saying this nonsense about husbands
Bathing.
not being crusty. Yeah.
Somebody called me a feminine man.
They said it. I don't have any comments.
Anyway, when I saw that, I'm like, this dude smells.
Yeah.
You stink, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like, you spend 8 hours of your life at work. Best cologne for the people at work. And then you come back home and you're crusty. Cologne's done. You're sweating.
Like, do men tend to be? I mean, the sweat thing is just a thing. Yeah.
So it's probably fair that it swings both ways. That we should, and I mean, she's not, because the first thing I thought, I'm like, so you're stinking at work because she takes her showers in the evening. So I'm like, if it's hot.
Did she shower in the evening and then she doesn't shower in the morning?
I mean, she didn't say she doesn't shower in the morning.
Okay,
She probably does, but I'm like,
but I mean, you
she
see
moved her
this.
showers to the evening so that she's fresh for the husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also life gets tough, man. And so, yeah, I think both ways we need to.
Yeah.
But maybe take your wife on a date. Maybe she'll freshen up.
Wow.
No, as in like, if she's tired.
So the only way to get your wife to
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, perhaps if you want her at her best, give her
Incentivize.
reason. Yeah. Because I think that's one way of nurturing them.
I have an
Where-
idea for you.
Yeah, what's it?
You must buy her day perfume
Yeah.
and night perfume.
No, we buy those 60 rand perfumes. We sell those perfumes, if you want.
Listen,
If you
it
want.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But just buy two.
No, she does. Hey, perfume is expensive though, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
That's incentive to say.
Fees is
Yeah.
that's another thing.
Wow.
Where, like, I feel like these things, when we live in the reality of life and the economics of our country.
Sarah.
No, dude, there's more important things. We should invest that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I
Yeah.
hear you. I
It's
hear you.
okay. Yeah.
That's fair. I agree with this totally, man.
What the whole?
And it's the thinking behind it.
Yeah.
She prioritizes her body for her husband.
Remember the 1950 home economics thing?
Wow. We're back there.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
back there.
they used to say, because women were stay-at-home moms, like,
We are back there.
and yeah.
Well, your wife is not a stay-at-home mom.
No, she's a work-from-home mom. I'm not saying anything about my wife. We're just responding to that.
No, 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told. I've heard. I've heard these things happen. It's never happened to me.
Alright. Anyway,
Yeah.
I was just
Nah,
saying,
my wife is good.
the principle is right though.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying it should swing both ways, because then people will say, no, why is she prioritizing herself for the husband and the husband is not? I'm like, no, it should swing both ways.
Is it a black woman thing though? Like the pantyhose?
Of the hair.
Mm.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't think
like,
I don't think a Mariki sleeps with a
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, so this is contextual.
Women have gotten nice Louis Vuitton Dukes, Gucci Duke to sleep with.
No, man. Remember that TD Jakes' daughter, the
No, but that's
what
to
was
hold the thing.
yeah, to hold the baby thing.
It's a wig.
But okay, frontal.
No, it's not a frontal.
What was that thing? She couldn't know.
Your wig has been slipped. That was a wig.
Yeah, okay.
Your wig has been slipping since day one. And that chick flipped that thing into a sermon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, but
Anyway.
yeah,
I
no,
hear
don't.
you.
Let's get ifakela pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's happy.
Just be you. Let's all bath.
Let's all pass.
It's
please.
essential. Let's have bath time. I agree, they have bath time. We
You
should
have date night and bath time.
Bath time for,
Come on now.
for the whole family.
Yeah, please. Anyway, next video.
I worked, I drove, I cooked and cleaned, got home, just wanna sit in peace.
Well, you're sitting here.
You looked at me as I sat down and asked me immediately,
Yeah, what did I say?
can you please go and throw the trash away? I've been asking you
Well, why don't you
to.
just throw it away?
Then I need you to do the dishes, to stop making me
I will
remind
stop reminding you when you're done with it.
Oh, please just make the nagging stop. I already work 2 full-time jobs.
So?
All I wanted was a minute off without you here to nag
Well, just
me.
go do it
Oh,
then.
please just make the nagging stop. I'll take a break, then do it all.
You're supposed to be doing it
All I
now.
wanted was a second off.
Sure.
Yeah, I remember there was one of these TV shows where you had to spell out a word. And I think, was it either the Chappelle Show or Boondocks, one of these crazy, or South Park, one of these crazy shows. It was South Park. So then the word is N space G-G-E-R.
Yeah.
And then they're like, these people are annoying. The guy is white.
Yeah.
Who's answering the thing.
Yeah.
These people are annoying. These people just are constantly in your face.
Yeah.
They never give you space at all. They're loud. They're very obnoxious. Whatever. And then it's like, it's an I.
Yeah.
Because the word was N
Yeah,
space
space.
G-G.
You would think it's NIA.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be N-A.
Niggas.
Nagger. Anyway. So here's a nagger. And this guy is saying his wife is nagging him. He's not giving him a break.
Yo.
Anyway, I don't.
I haven't experienced this. I think maybe back when I was a kid. One of my family members. I'm not gonna mention names.
They were married.
No. As in like how they would wake you up. Oh, do the chores. Yeah, so that's the last time I remember someone nagging. Someone that you truly love nagging. But yeah.
I have a feeling, but I'm not gonna say.
No. It's yeah, someone I like.
Okay.
No, so I've never experienced nagging as such. But nagging is
Yeah.
is
So what do we say to wives who are naggers? Because here's the thing: there's husbands who don't want to take responsibility, and then would just say their wives are complainers and naggers. But it's like, but dog, you actually haven't taken the trash out fairly.
I think it's
You've been dropping all of these balls, and so she's not nagging. She's just actually holding you accountable and calling you out. But there's wives who are naggers, where you like, doesn't matter what I do, you'll always find fault in it. You'll always complain. You always have to have the last voice. So even if I do take out the trash, I didn't take it out the way you want or when you want it. Right? Even if I do take the kids to school and drop them off, you're gonna nag that I was 2 minutes late. And even if I do pay the bills, you're gonna nag that whatever, I should have paid them on the 15th and not the 25th. Or if we're paying the bond, I should have added 1,000 extra and not just pay the actual amount what the mortgage is, right? But you always finding faults, even when I am I'm like, that's a pure nagger. But then there's dudes who also don't want to take accountability on the other hand. So
I think meetings help. Meetings outside of when it's heated, it's easier to nag and to complain. It's better to have meetings outside of that to just rehash expectations. But I think normally when you nag and complain or are ungrateful, it's because you almost feel you expect certain things, and whenever there's an expected thing, there's no gratitude. So I guess cultivating gratitude for the things that your husband is doing. No, you have a husband. He does not take out the trash. He's on the couch.
He's not.
But do you have a husband?
He's not out playing.
He's on the couch. It's better. Good on.
You have a half husband. As opposed to not having a husband at all.
Yes. It's better. But I mean, I'm not saying that to lower the standards.
No.
But I think when you, and it was with my son today where it's like, why did you give me half a brownie? I'm like, dude,
you have a
thank
brownie.
you, you got a brownie. I never had a brownie. And not to compare his childhood to mine, but actually, hey, if you actually led with gratitude that I have a quarter of a brownie, you would just live a more appreciative life than a life of nagging. And I think when I complain is because you don't actually see the goodness and what the other parties actually bring into the table. And I think most humans live with that, where it's like, you can do better. But for guys who are not stepping up, which is most guys, you'll drop the ball every now and again. It's so nice to come home and just chill.
But you're married, and that's the thing about marriage, that you're not just coming home to hang out. That's when your actual that's when your actual 9 to 5 starts. So at work
does not have a pay. That's like where it's like
at work, that's your side hustle. To actually support your main hustle. So this whole thing of saying you're gonna come home to rest, I'm like, nah, bro, you are working. Yes, there's a level at which you should rest. I'm not saying we shouldn't rest, but there should be a level of awareness that it was an accident.
But maybe
you
also
actually coming in and this is real. This is where, especially even with kids, that like when I come home, my child is not like, oh, I understand that you had a long day. She's excited to play with her father. My wife is excited to tell me about all the things that happened to her. So I'm like, yo, man, I need to find capacity somewhere. On top of the fact that I still have to wash dishes, take out the trash, put the kid down, whatever.
And sometimes I have to go back to work because a lot of the guys, it's not just guys and ladies. You have to bend the midnight oil. So I think we must give each other grace, man. To say, I'm gonna see you are tired, man. But these kids need to be bathed. Why don't I help today and then you do tomorrow? That's collaborative.
Communication.
Or, man, I feel like you haven't been helping out with the kids. I'm struggling right now. Please help. That we, just a bit of grace to understand that we are all battling, but don't ever drop the standard to just accept that.
And I think that would be a good caution. Dudes, don't drop standards. Wives, don't just be naggers, because that's not a fun marriage. Man.
What do you call a wife who's always Can you play another video?
It's a fact that you can live without sex, but you cannot live without intimacy. The two are not the same. Maybe there was a time when sex was intimate, but it was a long time ago. Since the 60s, we've taken all the intimacy out. We made it meaningless, empty, free love. Free. Free of what? Free of everything. So it's just recreational activity, which does not bond people. Intimacy is a bond. Ultimately separates you because you each have your own experience, completely unaware of what's happening with the other person. The other thing is, after sex, you feel a little diminished, a little guilty, a little less. After intimacy, you feel more innocent than before because the ability to really connect to another person comes from the most innocent part of you.
Rabbi is... I don't understand.
Rabbi is spitting pause.
I don't get it.
Rabbi is saying...
What is Rabbi saying?
Is there
First of all, when I look at Rabbi, I'm like, don't be talking about that, Rabbi.
That's below your pay
Just
grade.
focus on...
That's below your pay grade. Leave
On
it.
the Torah, Rabbi.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway, you're saying there's a difference between sex and intimacy.
Yes.
Because, again, I think he's saying we've cheapened sex. Because he says there was a time when sex was probably like what intimacy would be defined as. But we might have cheapened the activity of sex so much by stripping out the intimacy, and we've just made it a recreational activity. So you find somebody, you hump them, there's no connection, you leave, compared to
Okay.
actually building a bond with someone.
Oh, okay.
and
But is he
being
now talking in the
intimate.
context of marriage or like sex? 'Cause
I think
I'm
in
like,
general.
how do you,
In general.
like, do it innocently or less when you're married? Like what is?
But when you're married, you can't just have sex for the sake of having sex and not actually considering your wife. So you're not serving her. You're not giving off your body as a gift to her. You're not prioritizing how she feels, her emotions, and you're actually demanding it just because there is a ring. And she's supposed to not say no.
Also, we're throwing things as well.
No, I'm just saying
throwing
that
jabs.
there's a friend of mine who said that. I can't remember who. So.
It was in the context of other things. What if you wanted to
okay,
pray?
okay.
And then she said, no, not now. What if you wanted to go to church?
Oh, it
and
was-
church starts at 10 o'clock.
Oh.
And she said, no, not
So,
now.
okay, so I'm saying...
What
that,
if the kids wanted to eat?
Yes.
And I was like, let's feed the kids.
Yes. What
And
if,
she said, no.
what if
not
you
now.
wanted to eat?
Yeah. Like, I mean, yeah, that too. No, Rabbi, I don't, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think that's true, though. Like intimacy being the emotional connection. Yeah.
The whole person.
The whole, yeah, I think that's what it's about. I remember someone saying that if somebody is giving like talks on sex and intimacy and they're talking about physical techniques, then they just don't get it.
Yeah,
It's not it's actually not that, it's the connection.
Yeah.
But I don't like this whole notion of the perfect world that used to exist, and we've distorted that. I'm like, there's no such thing of like people used to be more
100,
about intimacy, what. Because I think, yeah, we live in a broken world. It's always been broken.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did Africans
Think of
live?
sex.
I want to explore that, because I'm like, when you look at certain couples where like they'll be living in the same yard and sleep in different beds or in different houses, but like they're still together. So the over sexualization of our culture, there is that as well at play. But also there was polygamy also at some point. So anyway, to speak of the past with this idea of utopia, I think it's just misleading.
Yeah, and that happens quite a lot.
And I do it also sometimes.
No, we do it, we all do it. But I think also maybe not even limiting intimacy to our own forms of expression of what intimacy looks like. Because I think, to your point, somebody might experience, like a couple rather, might experience intimacy, by just sitting on kostupung and
Yes.
watching the sun. And for them,
Yes.
it's like biasi. And it's not us having to hold hands or be in each other's faces or whatever.
Yeah, and I think those are
And-
some of the couples also growing up.
Yeah.
And not to say that should be the thing.
No,
But I'm
no.
like,
So I'm saying
yeah.
let intimacy be expressed however between couples that they see fit and that actually is true to them.
Yeah.
Because yes, we can say maybe there's probably traits that make intimacy what intimacy is compared to other things, you know. So we can't now say, well, you know, sticking your head in a microwave is considered intimate. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's probably clear things that would qualify as intimacy, but then we should allow for nuance between couples.
Yeah.
Like you and your wife are not like me and my wife.
Yeah.
And your intimacy will be different from ours, you know. And even if, God forbid, like you know, we end up with other wives, that intimacy
No,
will
I'm
be
not-
different.
I'm
and
not
I'm
doing
saying,
it.
God
I'm
forbid, yeah, we're not
Yeah,
doing this
I'm
thing
not doing
again.
it again, bro.
But anyway, just for the sake
I
of
love my
the
wife so
point.
much that even if anything were to happen, I would not marry.
So I'm just saying, if you end up with someone else,
Yeah.
your intimacy with them will be different because you
Yeah.
are different people.
But I think what's underlying me is just growing discontentment with Western, and maybe not Western, but like Hollywood type of love being the framework for
Yeah, 100.
for intimacy. I know the rabbi didn't say that, but when I hear people talking about intimacy, vulnerability, I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
like there's just people who grew up differently who to them it's like actually me being here, even if I'm not talking to you, the fact that I'm here to them is I'm showing love to my wife.
Yeah, sure.
And I think those, in as much as they need to learn how to love their wives better, we should just celebrate those husbands and say, going on with it. Yeah, you can't express your emotions,
Yeah.
but you're not at the tavern. You broke a generational pattern.
Come on
There
now.
are no generational curses.
No generational
There's
curses.
generational patterns.
Hallelujah.
We must break those generational patterns.
Hallelujah.
Stop going to the tavern.
Hey.
Go home. And even if
You know you're crashing somebody's business who's using that money to pay for their kids' tuition.
I don't care. Yeah. There's drop shipping, there's Uber.
Yeah, I hear you, Muruti.
Yeah,
I
there's
hear you.
other ways.
But shout outs to the husbands who are breaking those patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of going home.
Go home, Vanaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just hurt that.
You
I
came
wanted,
you came home and there was no dad.
Yeah, like you must be there. Where is he? We don't know.
But we'll leave his plate out. for
Yeah,
when
like
someone else.
he just up a body go microwaving.
And these dudes live like kings.
Yeah, yes.
They had it all.
I must say though, like part of me longed for that, the kind of life where
You
everything revolved around you.
Yeah.
We polish your shoes, we iron your t-shirts.
And maybe that's what you defined as
Like
intimacy.
yeah, maybe. So not demanding those things, and maybe I think that's intimacy, but it isn't.
No.
But anyway, escape fagela pressure.
No, don't. Figure out what intimacy is between you and your wife and let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate husbands who are showing up to define what intimacy is for their marriages. Right. Muruti, this was fun. You guys let us know. Share videos with us that you'd want us to react to. We have more that we want to get into. We just want to test this thing out and just come out here again and maybe pick up our wives and shout them out for publicly loving us and showing us.
They did love us.
Nah, they did.
Yeah.
They did. Shout outs to you guys.
Especially the first episode.
Yeah, I was crying.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that in public.
I know, me, I'm intimate.
Are you wearing an orange thing? Or is it? Okay.
I don't know. That's Grace. He knows colors.
It's burgundy, he says.
Burgundy.
Bagad.
It's a bagandi with a bagad head.
And you put it on
And
your backpack.
On your backpack.
And you edit it on your
Mac.
MacBook.
When you go to Mac Shack. Hey, 2.5. We'll see you on the flip side. Please leave your comments, engage with us, tell us what other videos you'd want us to respond to, react to. There's more that we have, but it would be dope as you scour the internet and social media, put them in your backpack and bring them here so that we can give a reaction
Reaction videos.
All right, peace. We'll see you on the flip side.